Hello, friends. Happy Wednesday. We are so excited you are here. Um, it's going to be really exciting, and I can't wait for you guys to hear what Tiffany has planned for us. Um, Not really much on the news tab. Basically, if you are watching live, reminder that the guaranteed shipping cutoff for Christmas is today. So have those orders in tonight. We do say that typically, like orders that place even tomorrow will probably ship quite fast as well. I know orders that were placed today have already shipped. So shipping is on it, but just set that expectation that, it is our delivery date has passed, but there's still a good chance to do it. Also remind you that it is a really good opportunity after the Christmas shut off to move on hand inventory. We have had some changes in guidelines. We can now sell on hand inventory, which sounds crazy. The first time I posted it, I literally felt like I was going to jail. But it is allowed. And I will tell you something that I did today was I made up a bunch of Christmas bundles with product that I had on hand, took pictures of them, and then I went into boards and I created a board that has everything I have available that I can update in real time and keep sharing that link with my customers. And as people claim them, I'll delete them. If I make up a new one, I'll add it to them. I emailed it off to my customers. I put it in my VIP page, and I'm just going to keep that updated with bundles I have. And the closer I get to Christmas, I'm sure people will want to be like, hey, what do you have? And then I can just shoot them that link and be like, this is what I got. You can come get it. So I'm definitely looking forward to having a little bit more of that freedom as far as being able to get rid of some on-hand stuff. Also, because I know there's always like this lull between the Christmas cutoff and January. Like, what do we sell? How do we still get PRV? And I'm really excited. Those of you on my team, I shared the links today. I think these are going to be phenomenal. But another leader shared these like New Year's bundles, and I think they're going to be a really, really good opportunity for some sales. Let's see. So hopefully that'll focus there. But this actually has like Prosecco in it. You can do a non-alcoholic bundle as well, which I'm going to do like the little Welch's sparkling juice in mine. And then you can do a candle reminder, the incentive. You get 1.5 incentive points towards or incentive points for every candle sold. Um, but you could also take this month's Whiff box, break it down, put like how cute would the like little soak be in there, or the pods, the bar, like that whole box is very like New Year's themed, and I think it'd be really good with that. If you need, there's another picture of it, but if you need links to this, let me know. That's a face mask that they have in there, but I'm thinking like that's really what I'm going to start pushing because I still obviously want some more PRV this month, and this is going to be a really good opportunity to get that. And think about New Year's bundles for people to like think about that just taken as a gift to someone who's hosting New Year's. Like there's people that love gifting the people that are hosting because they're putting their house out. They're gonna have to clean after everybody leaves. They're preparing food, whatever it is. Like walking up to that would be a great gift. So we're going to kind of shift our mindset for that after Christmas cutoff. But other than that, that's really all I have for you. Um, we have a little bit of a clip of a song that we're going to kick off this training with, and then we're going to turn everything over to Tiffany, and she is going to share something she learned with us to really help our mindset get in for the new year.
And then after the song, if you could play that video.
Yes, and you sent that to me on Instagram.
I sure did.
Perfect.
Harmony arrangement, start there.
We will. We will start there.
Okay. All right, you're good.
Okay.
You're gonna play the song, right?
Yes.
That's what you're doing right now.
Guys, I are.
It's like you just keep looking at me.
I'm just so
Um,
excited for the next part. I'm like, okay, when are we starting? Okay. So we're gonna go ahead and just play the very beginning of this.
I'ma change your life. I'ma change it. I'ma change your life. I'ma change your life. I'ma change it. I'ma change your life. I'ma change your life. I'ma change it. Change your life.
And then we're gonna stop there. But just such a good introduction for what we're going to be talking today about, guys. I took this, it's called the Bold Challenge within KW, Keller Williams, what my real estate brokerage. And Gary Keller, which is the founder of Keller Williams, is apparently just this amazing guy. But anyway, so mindset is a huge thing, and that's basically what bold is. It's a shift, a mindset shift. And it was 6 weeks long. Every week we'd meet, and there was tons of challenges and homework and journal entries and just personal growth stuff that we did in class and outside of class. And there's one specific part of it that really altered my trajectory, I think, in life, and also really changed the way that I think about life. So I'm really excited about that. We're going to show a video here that's going to kind of give us just a brief little outline of what we're going to be talking about. Okay. It's very simplified. Don't worry, after you're watching it, I will explain everything, but it gets me going. Like, like when your blood boils when you get angry, whatever the opposite of that is, that's what's happening to me internally. The blood's not boiling with anger, but it's like she's, I don't know, excited. Whatever water does that does that. Yes, this is so good. Okay. So this guy is the husband of the woman who created Spanx, just for preference, this whole thing. Go ahead, Tabitha.
I wish I could make it bigger, but that's as big as it will go. So,
Be better. So the first thing that I do is there's an old Japanese ritual called the misogi. And the notion around a misogi is you do one year defining thing every year. Something that like you can look back on. You probably don't even know what you do 8 days ago, but you sure as hell should be able to say in 2024, I launched a podcast. I quit smoking. There should be one big thing that's going to really define my year. The second thing that I do is something that I call Kevin's rule. Kevin is a friend of mine, blue collar guy, the happiest guy that I know. Kevin and I take our 8-year-old kids to climb Mount Washington in the winter. How often do you do stuff like this? And he lights up. He goes, oh, ever since I graduated college, every other month, do something I normally wouldn't have done. I said, that's unbelievable. He said, yeah. So why do you do it? He said, because if you create 6 mini adventures every year and you're 40 years old and you live to be 80, that's 240 things that you wouldn't have had in your life, events or mini adventures that you just create. Third thing is I add a winning habit every quarter, 10-minute a day meditation practice. Maybe I'm never going to be late to a meeting. But if you add 4 new habits at the end of 2025, 6 mini adventures and a killer experience, and you repeat that for the rest of your life, you won life if you do that. If you do these 3 things, your life will be way better. So the first thing that
Okay. Thank you, Tabitha. You're the best. So, 3 things, guys. The misogi, and we're all going to remember that, okay? Because I've been saying something else. We'll talk about that later. Misogi, Kevin's Rule, and then the 4 habits, which is perfect because if you've read Atomic Habits or done any kind of research into habits, you know that it takes at least 66 days to fully adopt a new habit, carve it out in your brain, neuroplasticity, 66 days. So you have a quarter for each habit. That was the last thing he said. Super great. It just fits life so well because I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this, but I think that we can all get to a point in our lives where we start to feel like maybe it's like mundane and you're repeating everything and you don't really feel like you're going anywhere. You might feel stuck. Or like for me specifically, like questioning what my purpose is. And it's really hard to live life, like to get through it every single day when you're questioning those things. So, this set my heart on fire. That's what we're going to call. That's the opposite of blood boiling. It set my heart on fire because it answered that question like I am the thing that decides the purpose. So, let's get started with this super cute fun material. I know it's not actually cute, but it's cute to me because everything's cute. Okay, that's just how I live my life. Okay. Anyway, so the first thing I'm going to do is talk to you guys about this story. Okay. So, to be human is to have choice. That's what makes us different. Okay. So, when Mary and Gary got married, that was like alliteration there. Did that not sound so good? I did that so well. When Mary and Gary got married, they decided to get a dog. They ended up with a beautiful black Doberman named Sadie. She was not only very loving, but also a great pal. Because Mary and Gary both worked, they built a 1,000 square foot pen for Sadie in the backyard so that they felt that she was safe and could do whatever she wanted in her space. When she passed away, suddenly, it fell upon Gary to reclaim the pen. What was poignant about the moment was when Gary realized that because Sadie was a dog, she hadn't done anything to improve her pen. She hadn't subdivided it, built any doggy condos, updated her doghouse, or even kept it clean. It was a dog's pen, and she was living a dog's life. And dogs don't have those choices, but we do. Okay. So the most beautiful, I know that that's such a random story. You're just like, of course, Sadie didn't improve her dog. But it really does start to put into perspective how big of a deal the fact that we can make choices matters. Okay. So even when you choose not to make a choice. Like even though you're choosing not to, that's still choosing. Even when a choice is not made, that's still a choice. So our life, if you think about it, is one long series of choices strung together over a lifetime, which then puts into perspective that we're the ones really driving this ship because you're the one making the choices for your life, are you not? You think about that. It's like life is not by coincidence, it's by choice. So that's what we're going to be doing today because choices define us. Choices define our everyday lives and determine our destiny. Choices are a matter of our responsibility. You make hundreds of choices every single day, consciously and unconsciously. Choices are the purest expression of free will, but will always represent sacrifice because every time you're saying yes to something, you're saying no to something else, which is important. But if all of that adds up, so it means that making different choices, you could create a different life. And then if you make better choices than what you're making now, you can create a better life. If you make the absolute best choices, then that leads to the absolute best life. So, how do we do that? Where do we start? Like, how do we be intentional about our choices? So, that's where the misogi, not Mizawagi, comes into play. So, the misogi is a defining thing in a year. Something hard, something daunting, something you'd be proud to achieve, something that would define your year. So when I was thinking about this, which I think it's a little bit difficult, but if you have something already in mind that you've been afraid to do, but you want to do it. So, like, one thing for me is like starting a podcast because everyone and their mother has told me how effortlessly good I would be at this. And I think it's because of how much I talk. I think that's actually what qualifies me for the podcast. I'd never run out of content. Okay. But we're still going to take that as a compliment. But anyway, so a Mizawagi is something that is about shedding an old belief and habit and embracing a new, more powerful belief and habit. So, like running a mini marathon, like maybe that's the thing for you. Or, um, I don't know, writing a book or Tabitha speaking at SFR. I think that'd be a good one for her. But it's something that you can look back on. So we have a prompt for you. I'm going to share something later so where we're going to work this out. We're actually going to physically do this. And you can just come up with like a whole brain dumping scenario. That's the way that I created it. So you could just do a brain dump of it. But this is what we're going to be doing. We're going to be taking ownership of our choices, recognizing that we do drive this ship and by taking ownership, you now have authorship of your life. So the second part of what he said was Kevin's rules, 6 mini adventures. And then the final thing was 4 habits. And if at the end of this, he said, if you do all of this, you're winning at life. So the thing that I created is here. I just sent it in the chat. It's a Canva link that you'll have access to. So the first part of it is just something that I really like really hit me hard is that life is just a series of choices strung together over the course of a lifetime. Um, which is the first page. The second page of you're going to replace the picture of me with the picture of you and just have that because you need to believe in yourself, obviously. That's the starting point for everything. And then on that final page is where you'll find the blank pages too, then, because it could be hard, I think. So, what we're going to do is we're going to take your life necklace, if you will. Tabitha, that's so cute. We're going to take some time to decide this and we're going to plan our year for the day. So, however you do that, if you are a calendar type person, like on a digital device, like Tabitha is, or if you're a pen and paper planner person like Dylan is, then embrace that and just run with it. But this is just for like a brainstorming session. If you wanted to just go ahead and add a page, add calendars into the thing that I made. It is 8.5 by 11, like a letter size thing. So you could do that, but that's what we're going to do. So first, everybody let's take probably 5 minutes, Tabitha, you think? Yeah, let's take 5 minutes to just think of at least a couple of things that oh, well, first off, actually, guys, I forgot about this part. I forgot I already had this prep too. Ute. And by had it prepped, I mean it was definitely here. And then someone, oh, I found it. They just named it something else. Okay, so this is to help you find your misogi. Imagine it is December 31st, 2026. 2026. Everybody remember that because when we were first talking about it, Tabitha and I couldn't get it right. So imagine it is December 31st, 2026. You are looking back on this year, and there is one thing you did that still makes your stomach flip when you think about it. You almost talked yourself out of it. It stretched you emotionally, mentally, or physically, but because you did it, you are not the same person anymore. What was that thing? Or another way of looking at this, if fear, logistics, money, or other people's opinions were completely removed from the equation, what is the boldest thing that you would attempt in the next year just to prove to yourself that you are capable of more than you've been playing at? Okay, so 5 minutes. And if you want to openly like share some things, maybe to help give other people ideas, that's totally cool too.
Just remember, it's not what you did this year, it's what you're predicting you'll
Yes.
be at for next
Yeah.
year.
It's just like reflecting back on it. Like if you were imagining that, what would that thing be? Does anybody know where I put my journal? No. Okay, that's fine. I'll find it. Oh, located it.
Okay, I have a question. Is this like something that we know that we can attain or something that we're hoping, like, for example, I, I've always like loved the idea to be able to speak on stage, but that's not
Mhm.
my choice.
It
Does
could
that
be
make
your
sense?
it could be your choice. I mean, it's
Well,
something
it
that you
isn't because look, yeah, because they would have to ask me to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I'm
well,
saying
what
like what would be awesome if it had happened or something more like within my realm.
it could
Does that
be
make sense?
yes,
Do you
because
think?
they do send out a survey for SFR. And right, Tabitha, they sent out a survey.
Typically, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
Have you ever signed up for that, Cheryl?
Oh, yeah, I mean, I've done like breakouts before, but I've never. And obviously, I'm not like really in a place right now where I feel like I would be the person that was up there, but like it has been like I don't know, like a dream of mine to be able to speak in front of everybody at a bar. Does that make sense? Like
Absolutely, yes. That is a good
that's
point.
not like
Yes, because that was also what like we talked about with Tabitha, like Tabitha presenting SFR in some capacity would be
yeah,
that would be her misogi as well. Um, I don't
yeah.
know. I just feel like you can make anything happen. Like that's I don't know why. I just felt
Like
that.
I feel like yeah. Well, I feel like my because like I'm trying to think of what I would look back on for 2026 because like all I can think of is what I look back on for like 2024 and 2025 because like what you guys were talking about
It cut off right there
like
at the end.
was
I'm
going to
not.
Hawaii. Oh,
Hawaii thing.
wait, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hold on. Can you hear me? There we go.
Yes.
Yeah, that was my 2024 was the Hawaii thing. And then 2025 was the food truck. So
Yes.
it's like I kind of get what you guys are saying about the whole like Musugi thing because like those are the things that like when I don't want to keep pushing, when it would be so easy just to give up on Scentsy or give up on things, I look back and I'm like, that actually happened. Can't I can't fake that. That happened. Does that make sense?
Yes, absolutely.
Um, so yeah, I don't know.
Well, we
Hmm,
can do
it's
some,
hard.
yeah, brainstorm. I know. The Mizogi is also challenging for me because I'm like, because like if I think about like participating in a mini marathon, like there are steps to take to get to that point, that like are really
Mhm.
defining, like the things that you have to change or like the thing that scares you the most. And for me, like that's hard because like what the heck is that? I don't know. But I
Yeah.
feel like even if your thing is like talking on stage, I feel like we could alter that into something that could be attainable for you. So, like like whatever your speech would be, like whatever you'd be speaking on stage about, you can still do and put that out there in some kind of, capacity. Like maybe you go
Okay.
online and you invite people to like you schedule this thing out like an event, like let's say it's a Zoom, whatever, but you schedule this
Mhm.
thing out, you work your butt off to get people there, like you're offering them something of value, so like your speech is the value that they're getting out of it, and you then deliver that as if you were speaking on stage. So maybe that's how we put it into your
I
realm.
like that. That makes sense. I like that because my brain is like, if it's not somewhat attainable, I will just, I don't,
Yeah, and
can't ever get to it. Yeah.
Tabitha has a friend that Tabitha, what did she do again? What was the thing that she was selling tickets for?
I'm trying to catch up where you're at.
Morgan. What was the thing that she
Oh, the live.
Yeah, Morgan did a live and she charged, was it free or did she charge?
So she's doing a program. Is that what you're talking about in
No, no,
January?
no. She did it before when she had just left Synogens and was going to Nueva. Before she went, remember she was like selling tickets for something that she was offering, like some kind of
The TikTok training.
a TikTok or whatever it was. I don't
Yeah,
know.
she
But
did a tutorial on how to build on TikTok.
yes, and like I like over 200 people signed up for this thing.
Holy cow.
Yes, like yes. And but she
You must be really good at it.
yes, she is. She's very talented. But it's so crazy because when you meet her, like she's the most humble person. You're like you're literally you're just a normal person. You're so normal, I can't take it. I can't believe it.
Yeah.
Okay. It is. It's insane. Brienne, Renee, Guinevere, Julia, do you guys have any of yours that you want to share?
No, thanks. I'm
That's
like,
And that's perfectly fine. Okay, so that is your defining thing. And then you would then take this thing This is great for vision board because if you guys do vision boards, I always struggle every single year doing a vision board because it's like, holy Jesus, I barely survived this last one, and now you want me to plan ahead for the next one? Okay, girl, I was fighting for my life the whole time. There was no plan. So difficult. But then you would take this in and schedule it in. Like you would figure out what the things that you needed to accomplish ahead of time and then break those tasks down and then schedule those in to get to the end goal. So then the next part we're going to move on to is the 6 mini adventures. So I think what would be most helpful here is you write down, brain dump as many things as you could possibly think of things that you would not normally do, but you've always wanted to do, like taking a cooking class, like taking guitar lessons, or well, maybe that'd be more under habit. I don't know. But anyway, like going fishing with your family, camping, certain places you want to visit, anything. Get a, oh my gosh, I love both of those things, Brian. That's fun.
Why would you want a real job? Your life's so fun right now. Oh, the money part. I think we just put like some real big real job effort into Scentsy and make that income match.
Literally,
That's
so
what I think.
that is. I think that
Maybe
that's so
that's the goal. But,
Okay.
you know,
doing the 9 to 5 work for the to attain, especially since we have instant pay now. Okay, but anyway, back to that. You're just gonna brain dump as many things as you could possibly think of.
I don't think my brain is working. It's not dumping anything.
I know. I would literally just start writing places that I want to see. I'm like, okay, is that a bit crazy, Tiffany? We're getting a little out of hand already right out the gate.
Because aren't they supposed to be just like smaller adventures?
It can be whatever you want. Like, I mean, one of the things that he mentioned is every year with Kevin, he takes his kid and they climb, they're his kids and they hike or something, climb Mount something, a mountain, Mount Washington or whatever they said. And so I feel like like 6 mini adventures really could be anything, like I think mini really puts it in perspective because I probably a venture, like a big adventure, non-mini would be like backpacking through Europe to this guy. So I think anything else, and it could be anything, like um going to like a restaurant that you wanted to go to, like things that you would not normally do, like that like are on your heart though still, like I want to go to Maine so bad. I want to see it so bad. I also want to go to Washington and Oregon so bad. And um, you know, I don't know. Like I was thinking about other things. I do want to take a cooking class, but that cooking class is in Italy. So I don't know if that's, I'd like to
Those
take
smaller cooking.
literally my dream to take a cooking class with my best friends in Italy.
Brienne, I think for you it'd be like taking a day to like go out with your sisters once a month, or
Yeah, this is,
like once a month date night with Jordan where it's just the two of you being able to reconnect, things like that.
and then
That's
you
how my brain goes.
so like if you're thinking about, specific things like there's these really cute cabins in Kentucky, like treehouse cabins, or,
Oh,
just
I've seen those. They look so fun.
yes, it's like
Like those kind of things. It doesn't
yeah,
have to be like whole families going halfway across the states, but
yeah,
like just things that you'd look back and be like, I'm so glad that we did that.
yes. So
I have
six,
some I have some suggestions.
okay.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, no, no,
Oh,
that was
no. Okay. So I have some suggestions. I wrote down, so a couple things that I've actually done this year is like we went to beef and boards. Can you guys hear me? By the way, is my thing working? Is my thing working? Oh,
yes.
okay, good. Um, good. So like we went to beef and boards with our kids, like on Monday. And I think like just the experience of like going and they have like like they have cheaper prices. So like, we went to like the $50 a ticket thing versus like the $80 a ticket thing. Um, but like beef and boards, I wrote down I want to take a college class, like just a simple like just on something that I enjoy, whether it's like business degree or learning Spanish fluently or whatever. I wrote ice skating. George and I want to take dance lessons together. We've talked about it multiple times. We haven't done it yet. I started doing knitting classes once and I didn't follow through with it because that's just my thing I'm trying to work past. I wanted to go hiking in actually Tennessee. Um, I want to go to New York. It's only a 10-hour drive from here. I want to go to New York and go to a Broadway show. I've been to New York, but haven't went well, I guess we did go to Broadway show with New York, but I want to go with George. So that's just a few things I wrote down.
Those are freaking great examples and attainable. So the whole purpose of this, you know how like people take one vacation the whole year? And then after you take that one vacation, you're then looking forward to next year, the next vacation that you're doing. This keeps that excitement in life. So every other month, you're going to be taking adventure. Like my mom and I already talked about this when I first attended Bold and learned about Kevin's rule. And my mom was like, it'd be so freaking cool if we could take obviously because I have very flexible income, like all of my jobs are very flexible and my mom works remotely. So we were talking about how fun it would be to schedule 6 mini adventures, just the two of us. Like we go on well, also she talked about inviting my sister. I'm not rolling my eyes because I don't want that to happen. It's just like Whitney works a real big girl job, like the ones where like you're chained to a desk 9 to 5. So like that's gonna be a little bit hard to make happen, Mom, but it's fine. Anyway, so again, we're picking out those 6 things and then you're gonna schedule those in because it doesn't go anywhere if it doesn't go anywhere. My favorite thing that Aaron Shiflett told me forever ago when I was having a panic attack, thank you, Aaron Shiflett, for talking me off a ledge, was if problems are like envelopes, if you don't address them, they don't go anywhere. And that is the same concept here. We can talk all day about dreams, and they're never going to go anywhere if there's no type of intentionality coming outside of that for when these things are going to be taking place. We know what's going to be taking place, but then it's up to you to decide when they're going to be taking place and schedule those into your year. You can very easily go on to Canva and get a yearly, like an entire 2026 all on in one, which is what he kept showing in that video. Like it kept going back to that was an entire annual calendar. So schedule those in. And then the next thing is 4 habits. I love this so much. Why? Because I am notorious for doing too many things at once. It's my favorite thing to do, okay? Try to cram as many activities into a short period of time ever, and then wonder why we fell short of our very, very high, unrealistic standards, okay? So this is far more attainable for what you could actually get to. So write down 4. You can write down as many habits as you want, but we're going to be sticking with 4 to put into each quarter. So every single quarter will have 3 months, which is essentially 90 days, and we only need 66 to make it a habit. So something that you have really been wanting to be consistent in. And it doesn't, like, I know that you might come up with more than 4, and that's perfectly fine. We got next year, okay? We're going to be moving those to next year. We just need 4 major habits. I try to think about, what would impact my life or my family's life um in the highest capacity. So like,
Now, Tiffany, are we just doing 4 habits like We're just like all like just are we doing like for all quarters or just one quarter right now?
One habit,
Is
one
what you
habit,
said? Sorry.
no, you're good. One habit per quarter. So there's 4 quarters in
Okay.
2026. Yeah. And then
Yeah.
I just think it's
Okay.
easier to make a list and then pick from the list.
Okay.
I'm trying to think. Like my brain has literally emptied. As soon as we're doing this, actually executing it, I'm like, all the answers went out my brain. There's so many things I would like to do.
My number one is definitely to spend 10 minutes doing my dishes every night before I go to bed so it doesn't take me 3 hours to do all of my cups.
Girl, say less. I have this obsession with these Starbucks cups, and
Mine is sippy
And they
cups.
can't go in the dishwasher.
yeah, that's we committed too hard to loving them all. Yes, exactly.
I have a problem.
And I love them so much, and none of them are dishwasher safe. And so I have to keep freaking washing them. But I told myself, I'm like, Tiffany, if you wash it right after you're done using it,
It doesn't take as long.
exactly.
I tell myself that too. I just need to make the habit happen.
I know, we tell ourselves that same thing every time we have to like deep clean the kitchen because we've taken too long to clean things. I feel you, Jake.
I
In my kitchen.
I, I definitely don't know what you're talking about, Brienne. Your house is amazing. It's just the way it is.
Spotless all the time.
Lived in and loved.
Okay, so then something that wasn't included here. Also another side note too. I remember this thing in Bold where she said add in another truth about choices, and it was when you're born, you look like your parents, and when you die, you look like your choices.
That's good.
Wow, that really
Deep.
that made a difference.
That's deep.
Yeah, okay. But
Hang on, I
then
need to put that on a sticky note.
yes. So good. Okay, so the only thing that was missing for me here is I love to learn. It's my favorite thing on the freaking planet, okay? I love learning and becoming an expert in new things. So, two things that have continued to hold me back year after year after year is one, I do not understand nutrition at all, okay? And with this whole thing happening with my son, of him losing his vision, which they're saying is because of nutrient deficiency, but he has been on, we've fixed this. And even though the doctors are confident that his vision will return, it hasn't happened, but it did wake me up to all the things that I didn't know about food. And food really is medicine. Like I literally have come face to face with that with Emmett, like understanding that his behavioral issues or some of the things that he's experiencing are from that. And then also now he keeps getting staph infection over and over again, even though I've washed everything on this house on a regular basis and something else has to be going on. But the whole purpose is that nutrition is something that continues to baffle me and I know could probably cure so many of the issues that I currently have because I'm nutrient deficient. Um, and then the other thing is being financially illiterate. I cannot stand it. So like that's something for me, and I didn't know where that was on this. Like we're talking about a misogi, so like some life-changing thing that you do, one thing. Um, and then we talked about our 6 mini adventures. We also talked about habits. But I just wanted to put that in there. Like even though we didn't like take the time to like figure out something you wanted to learn, I'm passionate about learning. So like for me, I've already decided that next year that is going to be my primary focus for the year is understanding nutrition and understanding finances. I do not want to be financially illiterate anymore. And I mean that in all things, like understanding budgeting, understanding credit cards, interest rates, understanding investing and assets and such like that. like building a portfolio. I want to be literate financially. So, if you had something, and I'm very much going to talk to ChatGPT about this, like if you're wondering, like to put this in more detail. So I'm going to talk to ChatGPT and I'm going to tell ChatGPT what my goal is. My goal is to become financially literate. And how could I learn how to do that? And ask ChatGPT to set me up a course that I could then be learning about throughout the year. Like, so it's not just so like all at once because it's hard to get all the information. So if you have something that you want to do, you could do the same thing and then have ChatGPT break something down for you, and then you could plug those individual things in. And the same goes for all of the other things we talked about. If you're confused about how to get a habit implemented, ChatGPT. If you're confused about how to plan these things in to where it'd be financially reasonable for you, or like whatever the other contributing factors as to something setting you back, ChatGPT. Same thing with setting up your misogi, whatever that thing is. Like, how do I prepare myself to do this thing? You know, ChatGPT. Okay, we do no excuses. And then we plan all of these things, and I'm really excited about it. As I sit down and like plug these things in, I'm going to be sharing them with you guys so that you know that I followed through and I set them up. Um, and I encourage you all to do the same thing. Don't let this just sit here and during this Zoom, during this chat. Take it and plan it, plug it in, and win at life. Yes. Okay. So
I would
cute.
like a link to your podcasts after you do the finance and nutrition things.
My
So if you
God.
could just like add us all to your page,
Yes. It's
that
gonna
would
be
be
I
amazing.
I think it's gonna be so fun. That is like one of my favorite things. I love to share. I don't know how many phone calls my friends get, all of them, all my friends get about something new that I learned. Okay. I would like to shout it from someplace very, very high, all the new things I've learned because that's my favorite thing. Sharing information. I love it. Even when it's like weird, like guys, I tried a new razor for my or I tried a new toothpaste, whatever it is. I'm basically an influencer without the influence, but I'm just doing it out here for fun, see, and not on social media.
Stick
That's
it on
the
your darn stories so I can have my morning Tiffany with my coffee. Do
I
it. Learn
know.
that story for me. I
I
have
have
not had my
no
morning
idea.
Tiffany in a while.
I don't know what I'm doing with my life, honestly. I don't. Someone
Well,
just
you're not telling me about it on your stories.
exactly.
That or I'm gonna need a video or a voice chat in the mornings that I can listen to while I'm sitting there drinking my coffee and waking up.
Right. I really want to be very intentional about this year, guys. Like don't like I think I've gotten excited previously, but there's something different about now. Like I'm genuinely so excited to experience 2026 with this mindset, the one that I have now. Truly. It's gonna be fun. Also, you guys can do this for Scentsy too. That's like the same thing with your goals. Like you're using this is intentionality to live a life, to win at life, to live life for you. The other things, your goals and whatnot, you can still plug those in too. Like it's not too much. Because I have Scentsy goals too, which are outside of I have real estate goals. I have mortgage lending goals.
I feel like we could just make separate ones of these for every single business and for life.
Exactly. Technically, that's a good
Because
point.
I mean, I feel you. Because I have my Scentsy business and then I've got my photography business. So it's like there's different things.
Yeah, and
There's
then
different things.
personally.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the personally, then you have your business ones. Like, ugh. I think that's what makes life so exciting too. It's like it's constantly, Keller Williams constantly asks, like when I take classes or like anything, they're always just like, how do you feel? And I'm like,
Like it's your
inspired.
fair.
I feel inspired. I feel excited. Like that all like there's just this world full of possibility waiting for all of us. You just have to because life is literally just a series of choices and the only difference between you and I are the choices that we're making. Like who we are, where we want to go, which then ultimately determines where we end up. And just realizing that you are the captain of this freaking ship. I love that. What's that thing? I am the captain of my ship. I am the master of my soul. What is that? I don't know, but I like that. Every time I see it, I'm like, ugh. People get tattoos of it all the time. It's like a little compass. I'm like, oh, this is so cute. I'm not, I can't, I have commitment issues. I can't be tattooing my body, but other than that. Okay, now other people need to participate in the talking because I have literally just done that for like 40 minutes.
Okay, I talk all the time, and I feel like I almost feel like I don't have a place to talk, 'cause I haven't been here in so long, so I feel weird talking. But since you said that, I will talk.
Thank you.
If you can even hear me, there we go.
Yeah.
My phone's being silly. Oh, my camera's gone too. Oh my Lanta, guys, this is just who I am. There we go. Hi, start video. I'm back. So I wrote down. Hi. I wrote down for my 4 habits. I said I put join all, but I don't mean like every single one, but I would like to join like the work at Wednesday, and I would like to join Jammy Time and the Tuesday trainings and director trainings, like the director call. I
Mm,
would like to do those because I have the ability to do so. I work at the library here in Elwood now, but I don't go into work until 3. I work part-time. And even though I'll be getting more hours as of January, I'll still be able to join all those different things because it will fit time-wise. So
The director
I
call's only like 15, 20 minutes now too.
is it really? Jeez, that
Yeah.
used to be a lot longer. Yeah, so like I know I could join those, and I think like if I can just like I have my 4 habits are join all Zoom and trainings, and by all I mean like the ones I mentioned. I know that if I do all of them, I get overwhelmed. So the ones I mentioned, um, do a close to open or open, yeah, close to open at night, which it was a training we had done once before. I don't know if Christina did it or somebody else did it, but just getting my office ready before bedtime and make sure my bedroom is ready before bedtime and get the kids on their stuff before bedtime. So like when I come in my office in the morning, it's not, I'm really bad about like if my office is a mess, I just don't want to do anything. If my bedroom's a mess, I don't want to do anything. But then I have to give the motivation or not motivation, but I have to have the discipline to get it done. And I don't want to do it sometimes. So my goal is to just every night do that. And then spiritually, prayer closet in the morning and at night. I don't even have to say anything. I just have to sit in the closet. That's my goal. And then my fourth one was to spend 15 minutes with George each night doing a Bible reading. So
I love
I don't know, like my first one I'm going to start is the join all Zoom and trainings because I think that's where I need to be at. I got my office clean and I told Christina, I said, I'm literally just going to go sit in my office each morning. Even if I don't work, like I think like we've all probably heard that training before. Like if you want to work out, just go to the gym, like just put on your shoes at first and that's all you do. And the next
yes.
day put your shoes on and maybe like go to your car. So my goal is just to sit in my office because I feel like if I just sit in my office and I look at all the pictures of you guys and like all my inspirational stuff and I just sit here, I will want to work. So like
Hmm.
I'm just gonna sit here. That's all I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna sit here. So that's mine. But my thing is like keeping it as a like being consistent. That's my word I've had for 3 years in a row is consistency. And
Uh,
then something happens and then I'm like, oh, that's it. It's all over now.
let me, okay, because this is so freaking, okay, here it is. I have been struggling with like some parts of what you said. So, I have a really hard time being disciplined enough to show up and put that effort in to do the things that I say that I want to do. And so, like, I thought my word needed to be integrity because, like, being a person of your word like that's what I thought. But I had a conversation with ChatGPT and multiple actually. But anyway, it remembered some stuff, but it said congruence. So congruence means that your inner beliefs, your spoken words, and your external actions match. And I just freaking loved that so much. I never even thought about that congruence. Hmm.
Interesting.
Isn't it? Yeah, like
Yeah.
because
Love a
I
word
think
like that.
I've done consistency too. Like, can I just please be freaking consistent
Yeah.
and it's like that's so hard, like life, I think life throws you so many freaking curveballs. That's what I've learned. 2025 taught me, girl, you're gonna have to do it even though it's difficult, even while it's muddy, even while it's raining, even though it's storming, you're gonna have to do it. That's what 2025 taught me, that there is no perfect time to do anything. There is no part where the waves get calmer. No, okay? Do it while you're being thrusted in the face with all sorts of things.
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
good.
Yes. Well, also I know that I have something that I never had before, which was, I mean, I've always had people that believed in me, and I've always had like a lot of friends. Okay. I talk a lot. Okay. To a lot of people. Anyone really that makes eye contact with me. You don't necessarily, I don't even think you have to make the eye contact. I'll just do it anyway. But now at this point in my life, I have the most supportive network, like just so great. It's just so crazy what I have now. And I think that that really makes a difference. Like it makes that hard stuff a little less, well, no, it's still very hard. Doesn't make it less hard. It just makes it less lonely, I guess. It's really what I'm trying to say. Because it
Yeah.
doesn't make it hard less. It doesn't make it easier. But it is 10 o'clock, guys. So if you don't want to leave, you don't have to. We'll still hang out after the call ends. Tabitha, do you want to say anything fancy?
Anything fancy?
Thank you. Have a great night, guys.
No, we really appreciate you guys. Just a reminder, there will be no call next week because that is Christmas Eve, which is insane to say. Then then it's New Year's Eve. So we will
It
not meet again until the 7th of January. So that doesn't mean that we want you guys to not be active in your businesses and reaching out and um, doing community just because we're gonna have 2 weeks off, which literally never happens. So um,
is.
enjoy time away from our faces, but also don't forget to work your businesses because it is important. Some type of consistency is better than you deserve a break, but to me, it's easier just to take a step back and not go as hard and still do some type of action because when you are ready to get back into it, it's a lot easier if you're still doing some type of the motion. So work towards your goals. It's been an incredible year. We have loved getting to see you guys week after week on here. And we really look forward to growing this in 2026. I love what we've built, and I'm just excited to see what the next year brings. ChatGPT told me my word of the year should be align. So I don't know, we'll see. So love you all so much. We're gonna end the recording and we'll see you next year.